Yeah, it's been good. Obviously, we had a couple of days off to sort of, rest the bodies, ready to go again. Been a really, tough period leading up until this game. So it was nice to have a couple of days where we can sort of switch off and take our focus away from football for a couple of days. But we've had a good week this week and really looking forward to getting back into the swing of things.
So the Stevenage game last weekend was called off, which I imagine was a frustration. Then we had the Tiverton called off on Monday due to the COVID issues. I mean, how frustrating is it to have these games called off when you're preparing so hard for them?
Yeah, it is frustrating, I think, because, you train all week, preparing for the game on the weekend, and all we can do is prepare as best as possible and hope that the game, is there to play. So obviously difficult. It's nice to sort of, obviously losing last Tuesday, you want to sort of rectify that as soon as possible. So the game, on Saturday would have been perfect for us. But it wasn't to be. We've had, like I said, a couple of days break and looking forward to, had a good week's training this week and ready to go again now for the Christmas period and going into the new year.
I guess it's something that's always in the back of your mind, particularly now because of the virus and things, that there's that potential that, it may not go ahead.
Yeah, I think so. But for us, I think it's important to just, control what we can control. Have a good week's training and, fingers crossed everything goes smoothly and we can, go out and put into practice what we've done all week on the weekend. So, we try and not think about, possible cancellations as such, but, I think there's going to be more coming up in football, which is obviously disappointing because, we thought we were sort of coming to the end of it now. But we're just going to have to continue to try and be as professional as possible and prepare as well as we can, ready to play whenever we're called upon.
Let's move on to the matter in hand then. Forest Green, I mean, their record speaks for itself this season. On the road, they're unstoppable. They're flying at the moment. Would you say this is our toughest game of the season so far?
Possibly, yeah. I think, Forest Green have always been a good team over the last few years. They've always been at the top end of the table. So a team, we enjoy playing against. We've had some good games with them over the past few years. We obviously know that they're going to be strong, but it's really good for us to sort of see how we are as a squad, test ourselves against a really good team, and we go into the game with lots of confidence off the back of a good period, and fingers crossed we can get a good result.
It's these games, isn't it, against another side going for promotion. You really test yourselves, and I know the manager likes to say it, like a good marker of where we are, how we've progressed this season.
Yeah, it is a good marker. You want to play against good teams. Forest Green are a really good team, so these are the games that if you ever want to be successful, you've got to play teams like this and do well against them. So yeah, like you said, it's a really good marker to see where the squad is at, and everyone's really looking forward to it. Obviously, Boxing Day is an extra special. So yeah, we're really looking forward to it, and fingers crossed we can get a decent result and a good performance.
I mean, then after that one, it's another tough one away at Newport, who, top of the league. I mean, they lost the last couple, but they're such a strong side, and it's going to be another really. In general, it's a huge week for the club, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. It's it's not season defining for sure. They're two really good teams, two teams that if we do well against, we'll obviously go up the table, which is where we want to be. So two games that are important for us, two games we're really looking forward to. Obviously, you want to play in the big games, and these two are definitely big games for us. So looking forward to it, and definitely a good mark to see how we're going to do this season.
And back at home, I think it's important after the week in the national picture and Christmas plans have been cancelled, that we just try and put a smile on the face of the fans that are here on Boxing Day. Yeah,
for sure. I think that's what we want to do the most as well. It's so good to have them back. Obviously being a really difficult period of time for everyone. So if we can put a smile on a few people's faces by getting a good result and a good performance, then obviously that's what we're going to aim to do. So yeah, definitely a good game for everyone, and hopefully we can come out on top.